Hey YouTube friends, it's Rainy from the Woolly Llama shop, and I am back for a goodness knows what video. I don't know. I have a bunch of little itty bitty things I need to put together, and none of them really just have their own separate video, so I'm going to smash them all together. I will say there are no pictures in this one. That deserves its own special video, no matter how short or how long. So no pictures. We may talk about patches, but no pictures. So first and foremost, since it is the summer craft along is going on, and I'm looking very carefully through my, there it is, there it is. Okay, so summer craft along. Oh, I bet I don't have shark patches. Shoot. Let me look. Nope. All I have is this summer, and then I've got a hamburger, and then I've got my very first ever. This was my very first ever patch that I made. This was made back in 2023 on my itty bitty little machine that I called Minnie because it had Minnie Mouse on it. It was the Disney version of like a home little embroidery machine. Very first ever patch right here. And then I was playing around with the hamburger. And then, anyway, enough of that. So I have other patches kind of like just hanging out, you know, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about this one first. Summer 2026 Craft Along. We have some people who have already earned this patch. For those of you who are new here, I will say I have a bunch of collaborators. I will try to remember to put all of them down below because it's been a minute since I've done a summer video. But basically the gist of it is you have to go visit these people and watch their summary type videos too. And you have to pick 5 projects from these different creators, and myself included. I've had a couple. I had a patriotic bag that went over really well. And then I had a shark. Is that all I've done this summer for y'all? Is a shark and a patriotic bag? It's been a busy summer. I apologize. But I have done some other stuff. And so and I will say this, if you choose to do the shark, you can include it for your summer project. So you can use it either way. And so that's really all I've done. But speaking of those things, anyway, let's finish first. 5 projects. You go to these different creators, you find what they have made. The only exception to that rule is Ellen's Crochet. I know her name is Ellen, and I keep forgetting people's video name or channel names. Anyway, Ellen provided a beautiful opportunity to do a heirloom Afghan, and so if you do that one Afghan, that will count for all 5, because there's a lot of work in that. But otherwise, you send me those pictures to my email address listed down below, always listed down below in the description. Well, sorry about that little in the middle of this video. My computer decided it just wanted to have a huge brain fart right in the middle of when I was talking. So I have no idea. I think I finished talking about the summer patch and how you can earn that. Next, Shark Week. It was way back, like almost a month ago now. On that one, that was a huge deal. I did a sewing tutorial each day of the week, and I provided 2 projects. And if you by chance, I only asked for 2 Sharky projects. They did not have to be mine. They could be anything Sharky related, as long as the shark part was the main element of the design. And so I thought I would share with you my finished shark embroidery. And some of my, well, you remember we had this nice big old conversation about plankton. Well, here's my plankton up here. Some of my plankton is loose. I need to go back and re-sew. I don't know why this little guy right here wants to just dance around and be loose. But I painted the fabric a little bit. That's what you're seeing with the blue and the gray. I sewed some other fabrics down at the bottom that were very appropriate. I didn't get any beads sewn on other than like for the plankton up top. I had some ideas to use these. I really wanted to use these, but I didn't quite get to them. So they'll have, we do have Christmas coming up, so the green will come in handy for Christmas, maybe the blue too. You just never know what's going to go on around here. But this was my little Sharktacular scene that I finished, and I really need to go back and finish that. That bothers me. But I was just I've been trying to not really start anything new until I finish what I have in front of me. And so that's one of the reasons why we don't have another project up, because I had a grand idea for something. I wanted to write my own pattern for this little something, and I wanted to do a slow stitching something to go with it, and it just didn't happen. So anyway, my other shark project. Beep. He does not look like a shark. He looks like I don't know. I don't know what he looks like, but he's cute, whatever. I gave my little guy fins instead of those little feet. I did do the feet. I kept them, I promise, but I did not like them. And so I did my little guy out of embroidery thread, that like pearl cottony, windy kind, and I ran out. I mean, there is a lot of thread in one of those things. So he's got his cute little goggly things on, and he's got his cute little mouse. He reminds me of like, I don't know what this little, there was a cartoon shark. Was it Jabberjaw? Maybe that's who he reminds me of, is Jabberjaw. But he's got his little floaty, and I did give him fins because sharks need fins. I'm not sure what's going on back here with all of that, but that is my other Sharky project that I finished. So there is that. Now, same thing with the shark patches. I have 2 different shark patches. If you only want to do one project, let me know. Because otherwise I might hang on to your Sharky patch forevermore waiting for the second one to come. But it did not have to be, like I say, it did not have to be my project. It could have been any shark related project. Also in Sharky business, I did sell a few of these. I have this little critter left. And you can't tell, I don't think. Not on camera, you can't tell. But right here is an oopsie. In person, you can see it. On camera, you cannot. But I have one oopsie for sale. If you are interested, it is discounted. I'm selling it as is. I am not changing anything on it. Contact me if you're interested. Let's see what kind of deal we can work out on it. But it is not going to be full price. It is more going to be like half price maybe, or somewhere close. I forgot what my husband told me now. He worked out the math and I forgot. I know it's discounted, and it's discounted a lot just because it's an oopsie. Actually, this one was for, who ordered the first one? Was it Josephine that ordered the first one? This was actually hers, and I wouldn't send it to her because it was an oopsie. So if you're interested, email me. First come, first serve. Whoever comes across with the money first gets it. Email me. I am only making, I mean, if I have any more oopsies, but I think my husband said we're not going to do these anymore after like the end of August. I don't remember, because I'm far too generous with my time and resources, and I just tend to let things drag on and on and on. But please know I have an oopsie. In other business, I have been working on the quilt, and I have finished. I know this probably deserves its own little thing, but and I'll probably go back in depth and tell you guys more about it, but I finished block 5, 6, 7, and 8. So just quick recap here. I don't even know if you could see all of that. And so this is roughly, let's see, 8. This is 1/8 of the quilt done. I also have blocks 9, 10, and 11 almost done, and 12. I'm doing it a different way. So, and that's another reason why I don't have a whole lot going on. I mean, because I usually after 5 p.m., any crafting time after 5 p.m. goes to the quilts because the wedding is in less than, I don't even know. I don't have my phone in my back pocket, so I don't know how many days. It's like we're down to like 250 days to the wedding. So, trying very hard to get it done. But, let's see if I can't find that one little spot though. Hold on, let me get this back out. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's a funny one. Let's see. I thought I used some from Vicky in here somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Shadow's Lost Shoe. The Shadow's Lost Shoe block. I have to tell you a story right fast. Okay, so Vicky's fabric is this one right here. Vicky Exploring. This was hers that she sent to me. She was the first one to send me fabric for this. Oop, here we go. And then right next door to it, this is, I can't do this. This is it reminds me a lot of Shadow, even though he does not have a black spot around his tail. He has black on his tail. But, I mean, it just looks cute. And so this little shoe kind of reminds me of a Converse. And so the story behind this fabric, I picked this because Shadow's bringing the lost shoe back to Bailey. Why Bailey and not Elijah? I don't know. It's a blue shoe. It should belong on Eli's side because I think his is blue and hers was green. I don't know. I don't remember at this point who was who. I just remember one liked blue and one liked green. And I liked it together in a quilt, so that's why it went. But, yeah, I got this little piece of fabric off Amazon. And, yeah, it's Shadow's Lost Shoe. And then just a little piece over right here, this one came from Hobby Lobby, but Shadow happens to have a bandana that goes on his collar. I can make those. Just saying, I can make anything, just about. There are a few exceptions. I've run into a few things I can't make. But anyway, I did not purchase, I purchased the bandana, but since then I learned how to make them. He has a bandana that has lobsters on it. And in Southeast Texas, they are crawdads. They are not lobsters. So in Maine, where we bought it, it was lobsters. Now that we are in Southeast Texas, everybody says, oh, hey, how cool. He's got crawdads on his bandana. And I'm like, yeah, sure. It was lobsters when I bought it. Even still, yeah, this past week or so when we went to Galveston, someone said that, oh, how cute. He's got crawdads. It's like, okay, people, whatever you say. So I am having a lot of fun with this quilt. I am keeping the quilt companion with it. So I've had 3 people send me fabric now, and they each have their own page in the official companion manual, which I have to say, that's another thing that's taking up some of my time. I have like 116-ish pages. I don't know. I need to go back and re-edit. But it's been, so I'm keeping track of the different fabrics. I'm logging them, and life that's going on around the quilt, why I picked the certain fabrics, what's going on, and so on and so forth. So yep, that takes a lot of time too. I just got a lot of things going on, and I love sharing my life with you guys. I really do. I've thoroughly enjoyed Shark Week and the summer stuff. I'm trying to include you guys into my life but I'm not trying to change my life to fit YouTube. YouTube is just a part of my life. And so I do apologize for like the almost 2 week gap. I think it's been 2 weeks since I made a video, but I have been on vacation, had some setbacks with my job, um, and so for the time being, I'm back at the nursing home on the weekends. So Monday through Friday, woohoo! However, that means I'm going to be MIA Saturday and Sunday. So it was a good run while I had it at LIT. It was a good run. Of course, I mean, I have to keep reminding myself. I felt like I was full-time faculty, but I was just adjunct. And so I didn't get the full-time position like I wanted. But it's okay. I've made my peace with that. It's not what I'm meant to do right now. Right now, I am meant to be here with you guys. I've got some big projects in the works for the fall craft along that will be coming up. I'll be announcing that here in a little bit. I don't have the patch has already been planned, but I just don't have one sewn yet. I've got some things in the works for 100 Days of Christmas. It's not going to be like, I'm not going to make 100 days worth of videos. I'm not going to do it. Just not going to do it. I do have a project though. It's not another quilt. It's not another blanket. It's something smaller and more manageable. And I think I can do it. I hope I can do it. It's going to be beautiful when I get it done. And I'm going to invite you guys along if you want to come. But otherwise, I might make a video on it about every 10 days or so. I just can't. I mean, maybe for special things like maybe a week or something, I can do like daily videos. But I just can't do. I can't make myself stick to a schedule. Even this, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I need to tell them about this and this and this and this and this and this and this. But, and I've not actually had to work since like the first part of August. I think the last day I worked at the college or at the university, at the whatever it is, technical center. The last day I worked there was like the beginning of the month, so I've had like almost 3 weeks off or something. And I don't know. I'm just trying to do the best I can, craft wise, and I'm trying to tie up some stuff. I've still got like 2 summer things I need to tie up, and I'm not trying to add more to my plate. I don't know. I just don't know how to explain what's going on right now. But I appreciate you all, the new subscribers. I seriously appreciate y'all, and the old OGs that have been around forevermore. Appreciate y'all, and the ones that are in between. You're great too. And then there's another plan in the works. I got these in the mail today. Y'all know I have a thing for the micro stuff. So these are the mini amigurumi food and monsters. And I might throw some of those in there. But I don't know. I don't want to start projects that I can't finish, because I don't think that's fair to you guys. I was asked to do a segment that I had to turn down because I just don't know where my life is going right now. I don't know, and thinking back about it, I've had the nursing home job for 2 years now, on and off. I've been there at least once a month for the last 2 years. And I'm very thankful for that job. Not counting that job, I have changed jobs 1, 2, 3 times already this year. 3 times, 3 different jobs. So, yeah. About this time last year, I was getting ready to travel. I'd start the travel job. Well, no, it was a little bit later. It was October. We're only in August, but so I've had the travel job. I worked at the rehab hospital, and then as a nursing instructor. So, you know, I can't seem to get a filming schedule settled in my brain, and you know, sometimes it's all I can do just to sit down at 5 p.m. and start sewing on my son's quilt. I take any spare minute I can get trying to do my, you know, crafting when I have available time. But you know, I just want to be fair to you guys. I don't want to, you know, start and I have reservations about this 100-day project. Sure, I do. That's why I told myself I'm not doing 100 days worth of videos. I couldn't even if I wanted to because of, I mean, I probably could. I could batch record the weekend. But I don't want to put myself through that again. It's hard enough doing a week, and I was like batch recording 2 and 3 episodes in there, and it's hard to be a YouTube artist sometimes. And you know, I don't want it to be stressful for me. I don't want it to be something that I don't enjoy. And so I just, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to hang on to it just because I'm in love with patches. I'm sorry. I've created this monster and you guys like collecting them. I like making them. And so I have to keep going for the patches. And that's why it's important for all of you content creators out there to continue to help me out, because I mean, I can't do this by myself. I need, you know, I couldn't possibly come up with 5 projects in the space of a season. And by the way, I need suggestions for next year. I don't really want to do seasons again. I've already done seasons. Don't really want to do months. That's too short. So any thoughts on what kind of patches we could come up with for next year? Give me some suggestions, email me, whatever. I do enjoy reading your emails too, by the way. I think that's what I like about this, is that y'all email, you send me pictures, we talk, you know, I mean, it's great. I love all of it, and I enjoy interacting with everyone. There are a handful of you that I talk to several times a week through email and such. And then there's like a couple of you that bombard my phone daily. About three of you that I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know you without YouTube. And so YouTube has been a very valuable part of my life. And so I hope y'all are still watching at this point. I hope I haven't driven y'all off and, oh, this is boring and blah, 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 blah. So, but I just want to sincerely say thank you. That I love you all, and I wish you all the best. And I guess I'll see you on the next one, because it's been 20 minutes now. So probably 25 by the time I add that other part in. So I love you all. Big hugs and loves. I'll see you on the next one.